Hello, and welcome back to the AI Research Roundup. I'm your host, Alex. Today is May 3rd, 2025. Alright, so today we're diving into this ICLR conference paper published just over 3 months ago, January 22nd. It's titled, Can Neural Networks Achieve Optimal Computational-Statistical Tradeoff? An Analysis on Single-Index Model. This paper investigates if standard neural nets trained via gradient methods can actually reach the best possible balance between computational cost and needing fewer data samples for learning certain problems, specifically Gaussian single-index models. Alright, so figure 1 here helps visualize things. Plot A shows accuracy against data points and input dimension for a specific model. Notice the contour slopes? They suggest a sample complexity near d squared, fitting their analysis. Then plot B gives a broader view, mapping the sample complexity achieved by their algorithm across different exponents and sparsity levels, showing how it successfully operates within those near-optimal theoretical bounds we discussed earlier. Okay, building on that. Figure 2 here gives us a sense of the experimental setup used. Plot A shows the raw relationship between the sample size n and the input dimension d. You can see it's quite dense at lower dimensions. But plot B is interesting. It shows log n against log d. See how the points form a really even grid? This tells us they systematically explored the parameter space on a logarithmic scale, which is important for analyzing those complexity relationships. So, following that experimental setup, this table really quantifies the relationship we saw visually. It presents fitted linear equations for log n versus log d at different accuracy targets. Notice the slopes, the coefficient of log d. They're consistently close to 2. This experimentally supports their theoretical claim that the required sample size n scales roughly as d squared, aligning with that near-optimal complexity bound of d to the s star over 2 we talked about earlier. Alright, building directly on that table. Figure 4 provides a complementary visual. Again, we have plots showing accuracy against data points n and dimension d. Plot B, the log-log plot, is particularly telling. See those lines marking constant accuracy levels? Their slopes are consistently near 2. This offers strong visual evidence reinforcing the previous finding, that the needed sample size n really does grow quadratically with the input dimension d for accurate estimation. Right, and figure 3 here offers another visualization of that same trend. We're looking at contour plots, again relating log d and log n, this time with accuracy shown by the contours. See those dashed and solid lines marking 60, 70, and 80% accuracy? Their slopes are clearly close to 2, really driving home that n approximately d squared relationship we've been seeing experimentally in the other results. So, wrapping things up, all those figures consistently point to the same conclusion. The authors propose a unified gradient-based framework using a clever weight perturbation technique that allows two-layer networks to achieve a nearly optimal balance between computation and sample needs for these Gaussian single-index models, even in sparse settings. Okay, that's all for this week's AI Research Roundup. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.